Hi everyone, welcome back. I hope that you're all doing well these days. Today I'm going to talk a little bit about where we're at in our process of transitioning from one reality into the next. So it's been difficult for a lot of people to put their finger on what exactly is happening right now. We can all feel it inside of ourselves, but it's been difficult to really pinpoint it and to understand what is happening. And the reason why it's been difficult to pinpoint what is happening is because it is a shift in consciousness. So it is not tangible. We can't look at it and say that it's green or it's blue, that it's war or it's peace. It's something that is happening inside of us, internally, in our consciousness, in our very being. We are shifting how we think, how we react to situations, where it is that we put our focus. That is where we're at right now in our process of transitioning from one reality into the next. Now, this is important to know and to understand because it is another letting go process. So, this is being experienced worldwide and according to wherever people are in their ascension process. So, many of us have been learning the art of letting go for quite some time now. We have been learning how to let go of relationships and situations, etc., and to do so in grace. And it has been difficult for many of us because our emotions become attached to those people or those situations, and so it's difficult for us to let go. However, where we're at right now in this shift in consciousness inside of ourselves is a letting go process of how we view things, of how we interpret what is happening in our lives. We're being asked to let go of the what if questions and to instead embrace the idea that everything is good. No matter what is happening in our lives and in the world at large, we are being asked to embrace the idea that everything is good. Let go of viewing things pessimistically, negatively. Take a deep breath and let go of the negative views and interpretations, and instead apply the idea that everything is good. In going through this process of shifting our consciousness, we are being asked to focus on how we view and interpret our realities. We're being asked to let go of our ego's need to control everything. And in its stead, to be grateful for the experiences of this lifetime that have brought us to a higher consciousness, a higher awareness. Trust is the key right now. To trust that even if you don't understand why you had experiences that may have been painful, whether physically or emotionally or psychologically, trust that you had those experiences in order to get to where you are right now. All of those experiences from your past brought you to this moment. So embrace and be grateful for those experiences and let them go. We, as a species, have been taught to focus on loss and lack. We have been taught to find the sorrow in life and to milk it for everything it's worth. And in doing so, we miss the love and the beauty that surrounds us every second of our lives. And some may say, but my life has been nothing but tragedy. And they may point out all of the terrible things that have happened in their lives. But we tell you that even the most tragic of experiences can hold a lesson. And that if you only shift your perception, you will find the beauty. It is there. This is what humanity is now being asked to do. To shift our perception and to find the beauty. If you see the chaos and the confusion, if you see the ugliness, the struggle and the strife, if you see only the darkness, then shift your perception and look for its opposite. Look for the love, for the light. When you do this, you will feel the peace returning to you. The colors that you see will be brighter, and you may even hear the silence of peace. When this happens, when you feel the peace returning to you, drink it in. Drink all of it in. The colors, the silence, the feeling of peace. And remember what it feels like to be in peace. The reason why it is important to remember what it feels like to be in peace is because the memory of what it feels like will help to guide you back to it when it slips away. And it will slip away. But the more that you remember what it feels like to be in peace, the more that it will stay with you. Most of us have spent our entire lives unwittingly learning how not to be in peace. Therefore, letting go of the ideas that have kept you in struggle and fear will be a process. But don't give up. Remember the feeling of being in peace, and then sit with it. Sit with that feeling without trying to understand it. Revel in the love that is there, in the bliss. And each time that you do this, it will stay with you longer. And soon, you will be able to call it to you in your life's most harshest moments. The goal here, in this shift in consciousness, is to live in peace on a daily basis, so that you do not have to call it in, but rather that it is always there, that you are always in peace. But to be there in this higher consciousness, in this higher awareness, you have to shift your focus. You have to let go of the old way of interpreting life as a struggle. You have to let go of seeing things in a negative light. You have to instead embrace the positive. So when your focus is drawn to something that is negative, something that emotionally piques you to become even more attached to the illusion, you have to choose to let go of that. You have to choose to let go of that viewpoint, of that interpretation, and instead understand that everything is good. Everything is good. Breathe deeply, focusing only on the love and peace that is you. This is what it feels like to be open to your connection to the divine essence of who you are. You have never lost this connection. It was simply hidden from you. Now that you know that it is there, it is up to you to recall it into your life often. Recall it into your life until it replaces the illusion of struggle and fear. What we are going through now is a shift in consciousness that requires us to let go of the old way of seeing the struggle and the fear that that struggle brings with it. Remind yourselves always that everything is good.